boy, I gotta tell you guys, you know the old saying, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it? I think that applies in this situation right here with Joe Scarborough of MSNBC, who embarrassed himself yesterday as he self-owned himself when discussing his recent bout with COVID. Now, this guy is 3 times vaccinated and boosted, but yet, according to him, his most recent bout with COVID still knocked him on his butt. And the conclusion that he came to after getting knocked on his butt from COVID and being triple vaccinated or something like that, is that he should have gotten the 4th booster shot. Yes, that is the conclusion that this guy came to. You got to take a look at it. It really is fascinating to think about. Take a look.
It's interesting. I had not gotten my COVID booster.
Mm-hmm. Which one? The 4th?
The 4th, yeah. Because, we went to London, then got COVID.
Yeah.
Got completely knocked down for a while.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Months.
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't say months.
You were knocked down for months.
Months?
Yes.
I wouldn't say months.
No, it was a long time.
So anyway, weeks. Let's TJ just weeks. I think it was weeks. I was fatigued for a long time.
It took 3 months.
I'd say it's very interesting though, because we're learning a lot more about what your resistance to COVID may be.
Yeah.
What was that? Back in September, just got my checkup, and the antibodies are like at 100% right now.
Interesting.
So for it kind of works out. But again, we found out the boosters, the vaccines, they don't stop the disease, but they certainly do make a big impact. Instead of me being down for a month with fatigue, if I'd taken the booster, I would have probably sneezed and said, what was that? And kept going.
Exactly.
That's the difference. And so I love when people go, oh, I'm not going to accuse the difference. So you still get COVID if you get that. No, that's not the purpose of it. That's never been the purpose of the flu shot. It's so it builds up your resistance, just like actually getting COVID builds up your resistance.
Exactly.
So
keep you from going to the hospital.
So do yourself a favor, right? And get off the websites that Chinese religious cults are putting as a front so they can get a stronghold in America and in your mind, and get yourself a booster shot.
It's important.
You'll be glad you did.
One more.
Yeah. So the hilarious thing about this is that this is the worst sales pitch for the vaccine that I've ever heard in my life, okay? Because this guy is literally telling you, yeah, I've been shot up like 3 or 4 times, and I still got the virus, okay? Not only did he still get the virus, but he was knocked on his butt for a month, okay? Now, back when I got COVID, I think it was 2020, okay? I think I got COVID. It was like August or something. I wasn't knocked on my butt. I just had it for like a week. Okay, I can't imagine being knocked on my butt. But then again, I'm younger than Joe Scarborough. I'm a little bit different, and he, is triple vaccinated, quadruple vaccinated, and this dude has been knocked on his butt, right? For a whole month. And again, this is the guy that's trying to sell us. And that, again, that's the irony here. That is what people are, roasting this guy over, because he got roasted for saying this, okay? Because, again, it didn't really make any sense. He wasn't doing a good job of really selling the vaccine to people. And, again, he got roasted on the internet because of it. And he caught wind of this. And let's just say he was not very happy with the fact that he is getting roasted for his story about getting COVID and getting knocked down from COVID for a month, even though he's triple vaccinated and then say he needs to get a 4th booster shot. He went from getting COVID to getting a case of vaginosis. Take a look.
Yesterday when I was talking about getting COVID and should have gotten a 4th booster shot, a lot of these freaks go, oh, 4th booster shot, robot. No, listen, here's the deal, moron. If you get a flu shot, what do? Do you go to the doctor? Oh, my God, you want me to have a 50th flu shot? No, you get a flu shot every year.
Right.
And as we're finding out with this pandemic, well, it lasts 6 months, maybe a year. So, yes, put on your big boy pants, put on your big girl pants, And if you want to be healthy, I don't care if you don't. That's your business. Smoke cigarettes, do whatever you want to do. Stay up all night, don't sleep. That's fine. Be unhealthy, your choice. My concern here, though, and let me bring in Reverend Sharpton because we've talked about this. My concern, Rev, is that there's a disinformation out there where people are saying, oh, well, it doesn't work because you've got to keep getting booster shots. The thing is, you're always trying to build up your immunity, and people are still dying from COVID. Is it a crisis right now? Well, for the people who are dying of COVID, yeah, it's a crisis. Is it as bad as it's been? No. But as a doctor explained to me when I didn't want to get flu shots, you're not just doing it for yourself, Joe. You're doing it for everybody. Will this stop you from getting the flu? No, but it'll make the flu that you get a little less intense. Same thing with COVID boosters. Will it stop you from getting COVID? No, but it will make COVID less intense. Something I said yesterday. But this misinformation keeps getting spewed out there, and unfortunately the weakest and perhaps the least educated are the ones that fall prey to these stupid lies. And I call them stupid lies. And I don't call a lot of things like just out and out stupid unless they're objectively stupid. And you look at all of the science, you look at all of the medicine, it's straightforward. And we've had, how many people have died from COVID?
I've lost track.
Yeah.
I will have to look at the number.
But they'll even lie to you about that, saying, oh, it was actually they broke their ankle and died from a broken ankle.
Yeah, so I feel like I just watched a Pfizer commercial, right, on MSNBC. Again, this guy resorts to calling people freaks who simply, have questions about the vaccine, and rightfully so, because basically everything we've been told about it from the beginning hasn't turned out to be very true, okay? But yeah, you're a freak, right? You're a freak, according to Joe Scarborough, for having questions, which is interesting because these are the same people, the same network that openly cheerleads for the Democrat Party and the most extreme portions of their woke agenda. For example, having male strippers perform for children, right? But you want to call people who have questions about the vaccine and the efficacy of the vaccine, considering the fact that, again, we were told things about the vaccine in terms of what it's supposed to do or what it's supposed to prevent that were literally false, right? That were not true. We were misled by the mainstream liberal media. Rachel Maddow was the biggest pusher of medical misinformation on air, right? On all of cable news, okay? The Democrat Party, MSNBC, the biggest pushers of medical misinformation. You want to call people freaks who are questioning you and questioning things that you say, right? After you just came out here and told us a story about how you have been shot up like 3, 4, 5 times and you still got the virus and it kicked your ass for months. But again, if you have questions about that, apparently you're a part of some Chinese cult, right? Again, I'm not sure what this Chinese cult has to do with people, coming to their own conclusions about the efficiency or the efficacy of the vaccine, considering that you're telling us literally to our face that you can be boosted 3 or 4 or 5 times and COVID would still put you on your ass for a whole month. Again, you're not doing a good job of selling this thing, right? You're a terrible salesman. Pfizer should fire you, right? You should be fired from Moderna immediately, okay? But again, what's going on here, guys, is that people like Joe Scarborough, right, and these propagandists at MSNBC, along with Democrat Party, they're trying to cope with the fact that they were the main perpetrators of spreading what is factually known to be medical misinformation about the vaccine during all of 2021, okay? They basically helped misinform the public about the efficacy of the vaccine and what it actually prevents, what it actually does. And because of this, people went out and made a medical decision, based off information that was just factually incorrect. Again, you guys remember Rachel Maddow and all the claims, right, that she made about the vaccine, all those extravagant claims that turned out to be false, that she went live on air and said? Yeah, people like Rachel Maddow, Joe Scarborough, all these woke pundits at MSNBC spread medical misinformation. And instead of acknowledging their mistake and apologizing to their audience and the public for spreading this medical information, what they do is that they double down on it because they're in a cult, right? This is what happens when you're actually in a cult, okay? People that are in a cult don't question the establishment and try to make their own decisions and come to their own conclusions, which is what Joe Scarborough is upset about, right? He's melting down over people, again, questioning the establishment and coming to their own conclusions about what they feel, okay, in regards to the vaccine. No, him being a member of the cult, right, regardless of the reality and his own personal experience being 3 or 4 times boosted, right, vaccinated and boosted, and still not only getting COVID, but getting knocked on his ass for a whole month, is still out here peddling it like it's some type of miracle drug, right? Like it's the Gospels, okay? Again, it seems to me like you're the one that's in a cult, Joe, right? You're the one that's in a cult. It's funny because, again, these people in the mainstream liberal media, these liberals, love projecting their own issues, right, onto other people. Joe is in a cult, or to put it this way, allegedly, he might be on Big Pharma's payroll to, say the things he's saying, despite his own personal experience. But yet he wants to accuse everybody else of, being in a cult and being brainwashed and, not really, knowing what's going on or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, man. You need to speak for yourself first. You need to check yourself first. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.